With Jupiter moving into the exaltation sign of Cancer, aspecting both Mars and Mercury in the fourth sign, as well as Saturn in the sign of Pisces. This is going to be an eventful month almost for all the rising signs, the ascendant signs, Nathans. So let's start with the sign of Aries, where Jupiter will be moving into the fourth house in this exaltation sign and will be aspecting both Mars and Mercury as well as Saturn in the sign of Pisces. So what does this mean? So this is the most fascinating and powerful astrological setup for the Aries ascendant. So firstly, it's a very dominant influence with Jupiter's exaltation, Jupiter being the planet of wisdom, growth, fortune, and in this exaltation sign of Cancer, this is going to be extremely powerful as well as a positive placement. So the things under focus will be home, property, person will want to have inner peace. So the prime area of benefits will be the person may experience immense growth in the domestic matters in the home affairs. So buying of a new property, moving into a much better home, or undertaking some major renovations can also be seen, especially with Jupiter being in the fourth house, while Jupiter also rules the ninth house of gains. So emotional satisfaction and peace within the family is almost guaranteed. A person may also feel a deep sense of mental comfort and emotional security coming from your dependents, your immediate family. So your roots will feel very strong and will also feel nourished. So benefits will also come from mother or maternal figures. Now its aspect on Mars and Mercury in the 8th house. So Jupiter's benevolent gaze transform this intense 8th house energy where things like research, occult and sudden gains. This is an excellent time for any deep or transformative work. So you may also gain profound insights into psychology, into metaphysics or the occult. Jupiter's aspect can also bring sudden financial gains from investments, from insurance, inheritance, or even your partner's resources. So it may also protect you from the more negative sides of the 8th house, turning even some crises into opportunities for growth. Now, intellectually on the communication side, your mind will become sharp, investigative and penetrating because of Mercury being in Scorpio and Jupiter's aspects helping you with the power wisely, perhaps for writing, research or even strategic communication. Aspect on Saturn in the 12th house, this is a strongly spiritual blessing because Jupiter helps you to structure your spirituality. Because of this aspect on Saturn, you may find peace or solace in meditation, in solitude or spiritual disciplines as well. It can also reduce the feeling of being isolated and bring a sense of purpose to your inner journey. This can also indicate gains from foreign lands or also being in those areas where hospitals or in foreign settings or where you are an individual role. Now the Mars and Mercury both being in the 8th house, so this is a drive for transformation. Mars as also being the ascendant lord, so your life force in the house of transformation, the 8th house, will drive you to make some big profound changes. You here will not be interested in some superficiality. You will have intense period of almost rebirth, dealing with shared finances and eliminating any deep-seated fears. So the karmic shift will be with Rahu in the 11th house, and so there will be some ambitious goals in your social circles. Fulfillment of some of the ambitions may come about, and there may be some time for friends as well. Now the aspect of Rahu on Sun and Venus in the 7th house. So yeah, relationships and public image will be of the essence. Rahu's aspect can bring unexpected twists in partnerships, businesses and even in your marital life. There may be strong attraction or an unusual karmic partner entering your life suddenly. So your public image may go through a transformation. So be cautious of some unrealistic dealings in partnership. And then Sun and Venus in the 7th house. This is also Sun's debilitation cancellation because of a strong conjunction with Venus. So here the native's tendency, the person's tendency or your tendency to compromise in your self-identity because of debilitated Sun in relationships is overcome. So here you will find or try to find a balance with your partner. Now, for those people who are born in the Taurus rising sign, here Jupiter will be in the third house in the exaltation sign of Cancer, and from there it will be aspecting both Mercury and Mars in the seventh house, but in the sign of Scorpio. But Jupiter will also be aspecting Saturn in the sign of Pisces in the 11th house. However, Rahu will be aspecting both Sun and Venus in the sixth house in the sign of Libra, where Sun is going through a degradation cancellation because of conjunction with Venus. So yeah, Jupiter being the great benefit, this is a very strong placement of because of being in the third house, communication, your courage, partnership with siblings, or something related to siblings or younger brothers or sisters you may be doing. So this is a very exceptionally a very positive placement also. And because of being in the third house, you will find immense success through your own efforts, through your skills, your courage, your communication, and your communication will also be very effective. So it's a great time for negotiations, writing, teaching, also for marketing initiatives as well. Now it's aspect on Mars and Mercury, but in the seventh house, this brings a lot of benevolence or benevolent aspect to your wisdom and expansion in your partnership. So Jupiter's aspect will soften the intense and the potentially the competitive energy between especially Mars and Mercury being in conflict. So a partner who's energetic, passionate and transformative energy, bringing that energy may also help you either tide over some challenges, or if Mars is not well placed in your chart, even some transformative energy in the relationship itself may also come about. But partnership may be successful, especially in the fields of research, finance, or even technology. And Jupiter's aspect on Saturn in the 11th house. So this is a strong combination of some gains and aspirations being met, you being able to use your hard work and patience, which will pay off for you for making gains, and some efforts of your past which you have put in a lot of effort will get suddenly significant chance of being successful. So a substantial increase in income or social life may also be seen here. Now Mars in the 7th house, so here strongly business and personal relations are of the essence. So this is more of a break or make energy, so keep that in mind. Now Rahu being in the 10th house but aspecting both Sun, which is in debilitation cancellation, and Venus there. So what this brings, so Rahu being in the 10th house of Cancer will bring you 10th house and aspecting Sun and Venus in Libra brings about sudden, unexpected and unconventional opportunities also for you. So you may break away from your traditional career paths, get involved maybe in technology, especially because Rahu is placed in Aquarius, and you may experience, for some of you, a rapid rise in your respective career or field also. Some of you may also be able to attain an all-time high in your ambition or your career. Sun and Venus both in the 6th house, so this is a strong debilitation cancellation. So this is a powerful Raja Yoga happening for you. So this will this suggests that you will be victorious over some competitors in some legal disputes and health issues. If you have been having some challenges of lately of health, so you may be able to overcome. Your artistic skills will also, because of Venus here, your may be enhanced. So if you're putting on a performance, you will do very well, and your diplomatic abilities will also be coming to the forefront. Now those people who are born in the Gemini rising sign, for them Jupiter is moving into the 2nd house in its exaltation sign of Cancer, and from there Jupiter will be aspecting both Mars and Mercury in Scorpio sign in the 6th house, but Jupiter will also be aspecting Saturn in the 10th house in Pisces. However, at the same time, Rahu will be aspecting Sun, which is in debilitation cancellation, with Venus in the 5th house, while Rahu being in the Aquarius sign, which also it co-rules along with Saturn. So this is a highly significant placement, specifically Jupiter being in the 2nd house for Gemini sign people. So this is a very powerful beneficial placement, specifically connected to wealth, family and speech, and so it's an auspicious sign. So this indicates fulfillment of some significant financial gains, and increase also in income, overall financial security, and some of you may receive bonuses. Some of you may have success in businesses, especially family related business can also be good. Family's financial situation may also improve. You will find that your values will come to the fore. There will be at least one decision where you will have to keep in mind your values when you take that decision. Speech will be good. Will always almost like it is blessed, and you will be more persuasive in your dealings. So this will be a great asset. So now Jupiter's aspect on Mars and Mercury in the 6th house. So this is the protective gaze or aspect, and ensures that you triumph over your competitors in the legal disputes and health issues if you have had any, and you'll find that you will be able to get positive results specifically connected to people who are your subordinates who work below you. Now Jupiter's aspect on Saturn will also bring you recognition, specifically because Jupiter is an exaltation sign in Cancer, so its aspect is fantastic. So yeah, it will bring you recognition from authority, and your fruits of long efforts that you're putting in your career so far will bring will bear fruits. So if you have worked really hard, then you will be rewarded with appreciation, acknowledgement, honor, as well as expansion and growth. This could mean even a promotion for some people who have shared the responsibility or shouldered the responsibility very well. Mars and Mercury both in the 6th house, so this is extremely busy time to overcome with competition, dealing with deadlines and service related activities, problem solving and managing routines will be there, but you will be victorious at least in 1 or 2 areas where you've been working hard. Now Rahu being in the 9th house and aspecting both Sun and Venus in the 6th house. So yeah, Rahu in the 9th house will bring you a desire for some long distance travel, will also bring some unconventional decisions, wisdom in your decision making, and you may be drawn to more technology or something modern. Some of you may move to spirituality, or may suddenly pick up books to read, ancient books, or find interest in the occult, even reach out for an astrological. But there may also be a sudden opportunity for long distance travel, especially because Sun is in debilitation cancellation in Venus. So this is a powerful Raja Yoga, and this will bring sudden and intense romantic experiences also for you. So keep your eyes open for a new romantic connection coming your way, especially if you're single. Now those people who are born in the Cancer rising sign, here it's a fantastic placement for Jupiter moving into the Lagna, into the 1st house, into the ascendant in its exaltation sign, and from there Jupiter is aspecting both the other 2 great houses, the 5th and the 9th house, the trine houses, and here Jupiter will be aspecting both Mercury and Mars. Mars is also the ruler of your 10th house, mind you, as well as Saturn, which is also the ruler of your 7th house as well as your 8th house. So this is very important placement, especially with Jupiter aspect being on Saturn. So now what will this bring? So firstly, Jupiter is the planet of wisdom, fortune and expansion. So this is a great placement. Strong yoga karaka as well. So this will bring you a surge on your confidence, optimism, personal authority, especially because of its aspect on Mars, which is also the 10th lord. And you will feel very blessed, you will feel protected, and you will feel I can overcome all obstacles. And you will also feel very in your peak of your health, your vitality may increase, and you'll feel very energetic also this month. So if you are not been keeping too well, then you will find some renewed energy. This is a time to go for complete healing as well. Now Mars and Mercury both on your 5th house, a lot of creativity is coming your way, creative projects, writing, research, specifically if you are in strategic fields, with both of them being in Scorpio sign. So some of you will be highly recognized and will be successful, especially in your investments or speculative ventures. But keep in mind, Mars and Mercury both being in this 5th house of love, intimacy, romance. Some of you may find new focus in your love and romance, or some of you may also become overly critical of your partners and jeopardize the relationship. But be careful. Whatever the results may come, Jupiter with its expansion will increase the tendency. So be careful before you move into a new relationship. Now the other aspect which is very important is the shift in the energy of Sun and Venus, because of Sun being in its debilitation cancellation, but under the aspect of Rahu. So this is a placement because of Rahu being in the 8th house. So a lot of deep psychological transformations will come about. You will delve into your deep insight into what am I doing, where am I heading. So some deep insights, some new analysis will bring out new thinking for you, and you may also face some sudden unexpected situations, gains, opportunities, but also opportunity of investments may come your way. Now, both Sun and Venus being in the 4th house under the aspect of Rahu, so your Sun's debilitation cancellation is making a powerful Raj Yoga in your 4th house in the sign of Libra. So yeah, Venus is moving into Mahapurush Yoga also. So yeah, you may either move into a beautiful house or update something at home, but there will be a lot of comfort and luxury and happiness at home. Also, Sun and Venus conjunction brings you harmony, artistic beauty, and personal satisfaction, and also happiness at home. Now, those people who are born in the Leo rising sign, for you, Jupiter is moving into the 12th house in the sign of Cancer. Now, this is an important placement because Jupiter, the 12th house is Jupiter's own house, so specifically its connection with the Kalpurush Kundli, and now it is getting into its exaltation sign, while it is also rules through its Multikona sign, Sagittarius, the 5th house. So this is a very auspicious placement. And Jupiter also rules the 8th house where Saturn is placed and aspecting that. So it is also very, very protective placement and aspect where Jupiter will be enhancing whatever ability you are getting or successes you are getting in partnership and through sudden gains also. So yeah, this is also a time for spiritual practices, some meditation, some introspection deep within yourself, trying to find inner peace, trying to use your wisdom to be able to make use of new opportunities, even sudden opportunities coming your way. And because Jupiter from the 12th house is aspecting the 9th Lord, Mars, in its own sign in Scorpio, into a Ruchak Mahapurush Yoga, even if it's this is time for highly beneficial foreign interactions, people from different organizations, or even financial benefits from abroad, or even moving abroad, or trying to find new opportunity in a foreign company, in a multinational company also. Now, Mars and Mercury both being in the 4th house, this is a good energy because of you finding more security, emotional security at home. Mother's health may be under some focus, so keep your attention on your mother. However, this is a time for creating some potential crisis into opportunities, and you may also find some unexpected growth coming your way. Rahu's aspect on both Venus and Sun, which is in debilitation cancellation in the 3rd house. So this is a good time for your communication to come to the fore. So this is a strong combination of success coming through your own initiative, through your own communication ability and courage. So your projects which may involve writing, speaking, short distance travels, within or even outside of country, so you will overcome rivals and obstacles. So this is 3rd house being the house of the Parakrama, so you will do very, very well because of the unconventional energy which Rahu is bringing to you. Now, for those people who are born in the Virgo rising sign, this is a fantastic placement for Virgo rising sign people, because Jupiter, which is the lord of your 4th house as well as your 7th house, two Kendra houses, is moving into Cancer sign in the 11th houses of wishes and desires coming true, mind you. So this is a very auspicious placement. Specifically, Jupiter also aspecting your Lagna lord Mercury, which is in the 3rd house, and conjunct there with Mars. Mars is also, mind you, the ruler of the 8th house. So all those people connected to the professions of the 8th house will find benefits of new opportunities, new gains, or a good period, overall calm period to be coming your way as well. Jupiter will also be aspecting Saturn in the Pisces sign, its own sign. So this is also very protective aspect for Jupiter. Keep in mind, Rahu will also be aspecting Sun, which is in debilitation cancellation with Venus. So firstly, Jupiter's aspect on Mercury and Mars in the 3rd house. This is an excellent period for your efforts to come good, your communication to be coming good. So you will find that in writing, in speaking, in marketing, short distance travels, you will be able to make gains. Siblings will be of the essence, especially younger ones, they will be under focus. Something related to siblings will catch your attention, will also keep you busy or even keep you worried. So your focus will be at least on one sibling, maybe even two through this month. Now Saturn's being placed in the 7th house and Jupiter's aspect on this, so this is a period of forming or strengthening, either forming a new connection, new partnership, even business or connected to work, some new person joining or new equation you are able to develop, and a stable business partnership or even a marital partnership will be coming about. It can bring a partnership with somebody very older, more experienced person or a more disciplined person. So this aspect provides you with long-term stable structure in your relationship and longevity to also your relationship, whichever you intend to start this month or will be starting this month. Now the important thing is Rahu's aspect from the 6th house on Sun in debilitation cancellation with Venus in the 2nd house of income. So this is a good placement for financial gains, comfort in family, especially if you're married and with family, luxurious lifestyle. You may buy something this month which may be luxurious or you are craving for, you're intending to buy for some time, you may go for that. So now strong aspect on both Sun and Venus will also, especially this is a Raja Yoga placement, so especially with Sun also being the 12th lord and debilitation cancellation, so some worry on the health of father may be there, but father may also be somebody who you involve in, or family related affairs will also catch your attention. Some of you may also gain in a financial transaction from property. Now for those people who are born in the Libra rising sign, for these people Jupiter will be moving into your 10th house in the sign of Cancer, it's exaltation sign, and will be aspecting both Mars and Mercury in the 2nd house, in the house of income, livelihood, as well as Saturn in the 6th house. But keep in mind, Rahu will also be aspecting Sun in a debilitation cancellation in the Lagna itself with the Lagna Lord Venus. So this is a very, very auspicious position. Now Jupiter's aspect on Mars and Mercury in the 2nd house. So this has a lot of significance. So this will bring you financial stability. It will ensure a steady flow of income to you, and your speech may become very powerful, may become very persuasive and also very impactful, especially because Mars and Mercury both being in the sign of Scorpio. So Mars being in its own sign, so the focus and the attention on speech will be there. Some of you may earn through your research or investigation or in finance or anything related to the 8th house industries or fields. You will do very well, specifically because the 8th lord Venus is also in the Lagna, mind you, under the gaze of Rahu. And Jupiter's aspect on Saturn in the 6th house, which means you will be triumphing over your competitors in some legal disputes, and also health issues may come to the fore, but also you may find that you recuperate very easily or come back from any ailment which you have been suffering from some time. So health routines will pay off, work routines will pay off, better equation with your subordinates may also happen. Now important thing is Rahu's aspect on Sun, which is in debilitation cancellation with Venus. So yeah, because it is in the Lagna, so you'll find you're very, suddenly you will find your charm is working, your charisma is working, people may find you very attractive, people will look or turn their head to look at you in social interactions, in meetings, in parties. So your radiant confidence will exude from yourself, especially with Sun being in debilitation cancellation, with Sun being the 11th lord of social interaction. So this is an overall positive position to lead and to inspire others, and also your physical health and vitality, especially with Rahu being in the 5th house. So your unconventional flair for creativity will come to the fore. Some of you may take risks in speculation, may take risks in romantic life, so be careful before you jump the gun and get into something which you may later on find difficult to extricate yourself from. Now those people who are born in the Scorpio rising sign or Scorpio ascendant, here it's important because Mars is moving into the Lagna with Mercury, but under the aspect of Jupiter from its exaltation sign of Cancer. Mind you, this is a fantastic placement with the Lagna Lord in the Lagna itself under the aspect of Jupiter from its exaltation sign, while Jupiter also rules the 2nd house of income as well as the 5th house, which is the trine house, a gain making placement. So this is a fantastic placement for you. So you are under the strong protective gaze, and the divine grace is upon you. So this is also a time period where long distance travel, higher education, spiritual pursuits, connecting with your mentor, all are coming into focus. Your philosophical outlook will also expand, and you will receive unexpected opportunities, maybe from abroad, maybe through legal or even religious channels, especially with Mars and Mercury being in the Lagna in the first house. Now, Jupiter's aspect on Saturn in the fifth house. So this will lead to a more structured and disciplined approach to creativity, to education and speculative venture, where investments are also likely to be well thought out, and you will also be successful in some of your ventures as long as you're not taking undue risks. Keeping in mind that Saturn is involved here and in the fifth house, which will give you slow gains. So don't go for something outright outlandish for a quick buck. Now, Rahu being in the fourth house and from there aspecting Sun and Venus in the 12th house, where Sun is in the debilitation cancellation. So yeah, some of you may suddenly feel some changes, maybe connected to mother's health or home, or specifically if you are in foreign land, so some changes at home may be there. There will be some detachment from some traditional emotional things, some new creativity, some new developments will happen. Some of you may also push for some emotional security, even look at establishing a new relationship also. Some of you may change homes, some of you may make developments at home. Some of you may also purchase some technologically related gizmos at home, a new TV, a refrigerator, a new game, PlayStation, blah, 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 anything of that can happen. So keep that in mind that this is an auspicious period overall for Scorpio rising sign people. Now, those people who are born in the Sagittarius rising sign, this is an excellent period because Jupiter, Multikona sign is Sagittarius, and the Lagna Lord Jupiter is moving into its exaltation sign. Though it is in the 8th house, but this is still a very strong placement. Jupiter in the 8th house, specifically in Cancer or Sagittarius, normally does well. Specifically, if it's also the Lagna Lord and it plays in Cancer, it does extremely well. Its aspects surprisingly works better than its own placement. Jupiter in the 8th house and the exaltation is protective placement. It will protect you from untoward incidents, sudden losses, sudden obstructions, challenges, all. And in fact, Jupiter will clean up some of the obstruction which have been hindering your performance so far and bring about new gains also for you. So one of the important things being the aspect of Jupiter on Mars and Mercury in the 12th house. So this will be protective of you towards any spiritual journeys you take, or you move to foreign lands, or if you're working in foreign lands or foreign companies. So this will be an auspicious placement. Your mind, especially with Mercury being there, will be very sharp because Mercury is also the 10th Lord. So you will be sharp in your work, sharp in projects, sharp in your dealings with your superiors, sharp in your submissions. So whatever your work you're submitting, whatever project you're submitting, you will be sharp and you will do very well favorably. Now, Jupiter's aspect, ninth aspect on Saturn in the 4th house. So this is a good placement because here some responsibilities come connected to property or mother or conveniences or something of that sort will come about. And this aspect also brings a lot of wisdom and comfort to your home front, your domestic front. Some of you may even end up purchasing some new property through a disciplined effort over a period of time. So if you have put off some purchases of property or real estate or conveniences like even a new car, you can rethink about it. Maybe this is the most auspicious period to even go for such kind of purchases. The other thing is Rahu is being placed in the 3rd house, and from there its aspect on Sun and Venus in the 11th house. So because Sun is in debilitation cancellation here, so this becomes a powerful Raj Yoga placement also, specifically because it is the 11th house, which is the house of societal interaction, and Sun, mind you, rules the 9th house of gain. So this is a extremely auspicious position for achieving your wishes and desires. You may become popular, you may be becoming socially active, and you may also attract some beneficial friendships also. Your income may come through artistic ventures, diplomacy, or even fashion, or connected to glamour industry also, which will be a good thing for you. Some of you may also be able to make peace with your subordinates and overcome some of the challenges at work. Rahu's aspect will also bring a sudden unexpected potential gains in your social life, or even some sudden unexpected opportunity from a new company, a new brand, even a bigger brand may come to you. So surely this is a period of strong gains. Now those people who are born in the Capricorn rising sign, so this is a important period for Capricorn rising sign people because of two reasons. One, Jupiter is getting into the 7th house in its exaltation sign of Cancer, while Jupiter rules the 3rd house of effort and the 12th house, which is multi-corner sign. But important thing is Jupiter will be aspecting the Lagna, but also aspecting the Lagna Lord Saturn in the 3rd house of effort. So this is going to be a fantastic placement because Jupiter will also be aspecting Mercury and Mars in the 11th house. Now remember, Mars rules one Kendra house, Mercury rules another trine house, so this is a fantastic favorable position. Jupiter aspecting them from its exaltation sign of Cancer, so this is very gain making, very protective position also. So you may enter into a beneficial partnership or an existing one will reach new heights, new level of understanding, even prosperity. Your partner may become a source of wisdom for you, support for you, and also good fortune for you. You may feel blessed. Suddenly something good happening to you, to your partnership, to your interaction. So you may also feel your tact coming to the fore, your diplomacy coming to the fore, and public relationships will really bring you a lot of gains. Specifically with Jupiter's aspect on Mars and Mercury. Mercury also being the 9th lord. So yeah, some of you may go plan to travel long distance. Some of you may enter into new educational workshop also. Some of you may attend a new workshop also, which may be for you. Now Jupiter's aspect on the Lagna Lord Saturn. So this is a fantastic placement where gains will come to you because of your discipline, your patience, and a structured approach to initiative, your communication, and even relationship with siblings will be of the essence. So yeah, your hard work will be recognized, you will be rewarded with growth, and a new opportunity will come your way. This will give you courage and endurance to pursue your goals methodically, in a structured manner, in a disciplined manner, specifically connected to work, and any life goal that you have had, you will be doing very well because of Jupiter's aspect on Saturn. Now, mind you, keep in mind that Sun and Venus are in the 10th house, where Sun is in a debilitation, cancellation, but under Rahu's aspect. So your career honors will be seen. You will find that this combination indicates some peak in your professional life. So one opportunity to peak in your professional life, new growth coming to your way, new project coming your way, new responsibility coming your way will also be seen. Your career is likely to also involve interaction with seniors, very high seniors also. Some of you may make presentation to the top person, CEO, MD, somebody of very big importance. You may be suddenly coming under focus or attention of them. So make your hey, while the sunshine, use this interaction to be able to do very well and to leave a long lasting and a positive impact on them. So use your energies well, with Saturn being the lord of the second as well as the first house, and in the 3rd house of effort. Use all your energies to be able to make the maximum gains this month. Now for those people who are born in the Aquarius rising sign, here this is important because Rahu will keep being in the Lagna, in the ascendant, but it will be aspecting your Sun, which is in debilitation, cancellation, with Venus in the 9th house, which is Venus's own sign. So this is of lot of importance. Secondly, Jupiter will be in its exaltation sign, and from its exaltation sign will be aspecting the Lagna Lord Saturn in the 2nd house of income. So overcoming enemies, overcoming competition, doing very well in your career, specifically if you're working for somebody else, and then doing very well. In such an instance, you may even be able to push for increments. Your incentives may increase, you may some payouts or payoffs may come to you. Definitely this is an auspicious time to even push for a new opportunity to make gains. Jupiter's aspect will not only be on the Lagna Lord Saturn, but also on Mercury and Mars in the 10th house, where, mind you, Mars is in its own sign in a temporary Ruchak Mahapurush Yoga. So this is a fantastic placement. So your success will come through some wise strategic initiatives, some good caring approach that you take towards your subordinate because of Jupiter being in the 6th house, being helpful towards colleagues. So your teamwork and your effort will pay off. But Ketu being in the 7th house, at least one venture of yours or one partnership of yours may not come under focus or may not give you those rewards. But if you have had trouble with any of the partners or somebody at work, that will be put to rest. At least this month, you will have more breathing space on that front. Now, Mars and Mercury both being in the 10th house, where Mars in its own sign and the other aspect of Jupiter. So here, you will find that your intellect will come under the focus, your ambitions will be fully energized, and some of you, specifically if you're in the fields like research, management, finance, technology, will do exceptionally well. Some of you may even take on a leadership role or vie for a leadership role or push for a leadership role and get significant career initiative or a project also towards you. Now, the other important thing is Rahu being in the Lagna and aspecting both Sun in debilitation, cancellation with Venus in the 9th house. So yeah, you will project some very unique, magnetic or something unconventional aura around you. So your desires and ambitions will also come good. And there will also be a strong pull towards innovation, technology, and breaking free from the run-of-the-mill things or the conventional methodologies. And you may put on a new energy. You may also take on a new venture. You may take on a new responsibility. It's a lot of energy, right? Boss, I want to do this. I will lead this. I want to do this initiative. That kind of energy will also come to you. Now, those people who are born in the Pisces rising sign, this is an excellent period for you because of one, Jupiter going into the 5th house, gain making house, the trine house, while being the Lagna Lord, and then aspecting Saturn in the Lagna, Saturn, which is the ruler of the 11th house of wishes and desires coming true. And Jupiter also rules the 10th house of career, gains, work, your karma. So, and from the energy of the 10th house and being placed in exaltation sign, aspecting not only Saturn in the Lagna but also Mercury and Mars in the 9th house, where Mars is placed in its own sign in a trine house of gain. Fantastic placement for Pisces rising sign people. So this is an extraordinarily fortunate placement for you, ones where Jupiter will be controlling the entire chart. So creativity, intelligence, good fortune, all is coming to the peak during this period. You may find that you will be very creative. You will find new energy and romance, new gains and speculative investments. But Jupiter expands wrong mistakes also. So be a little careful of where you're investing and how you're investing, and go for a safer option than investments, if at all, especially if you're buying property. So yeah, you're highly likely to be profitable mostly. Some of you may plan children, or children will be under focus. Children may also do very well for some of you, specifically if your partner's placement is also good this month. Now, Jupiter aspect on Mercury and Mars on the 9th house, so long distance travel, investigative pursuits, philosophical pursuits, spiritual pursuits may be of the essence. Some of you may travel long distance for some gain, for new partnership, for new proposals also, because Mercury rules the 7th house of partnerships and gone into the 9th house of long distance travel and under the gain making aspect of exalted Jupiter. So this is very good. Secondly, Jupiter's aspect on Saturn in the Lagna, which means here this month will be full of wisdom, expansion, wise decision making. You will be authoritative, you will be dignified, and you will build for yourself a very solid and respectful identity through this month. So whatever you do this month will go a long way in establishing your reputation. Now, the other important thing is Rahu's focus or aspect on Sun in a debilitation, cancellation with Venus in the 8th house. So here, because of strong association of Sun with Venus, which is in its own sign, this is a very strong Raj Yoga placement. So here you may receive unexpected wealth, maybe from inheritance, or the elders telling you, okay, I'm going to give you this, or I'm giving you this. Unexpected gains coming to you because of somebody moving out from their career or work, from your workplace, and then you being given the opportunity, you being given the initiative, you being given the project also. So make use of the creativity and innovation and use it to your advantage. This will grant you a lot of magnetic and attractive personality at work, or even to be working with government officials. So all those people whose careers are really related to the 8th house will do fantastically well. This is a time to shine. Go for it. So friends, now that we have seen how the month of November will pan out for different rising sign people, for different ascendant signs, do look into how your placements and how Jupiter specifically is placed in your chart, because that will bring its own So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation for me, please reach out to me, the link below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and Irfan signing off. Ciao.